Good morning, YouTube. How are you? Happy Monday. Gosh, it is Monday already. I don't know why I'm sounding surprised like it was Monday because yesterday was Sunday. But I wanted to come on and just, talk to you this morning a little bit, share with you some plans of what's going on this week. Indy is here. She wants to say hi. Of course, Indy wants to say hi. Say hello. Say hi. Ugh. She is the silliest dog. Yeah, but I do love her very much. So, what I wanted to talk to you about a little bit is last on Saturday, I did a live talking about, the weight and how difficult it is lately here to get my weight off. And you know what? And I appreciate all the comments you got. And yes, this is a subject that a lot of us are dealing with and a lot of us are struggling with. But I really quickly just wanted just to say, as a side note, that I personally think our health and our happiness is way more important than anything that the scale says. So even though that I am like doing my little vitamin and supplement routine, I at the end of the day am really concentrating on being happy with myself, being happy with my weight, being happy with my body. And that is the most important thing. Will I continue to keep on trying different things? Absolutely. But I'm not going to have a negative self thought to myself, and I'm not going to have a negative feeling about myself while I'm on this journey. So anyway, like I said, I just really wanted to make sure that even though that we are struggling with some unwanted weight, that at the end of the day, we still have a positive inner thought and that we still love ourselves and we still love our journey. So, with that said, I do have some things I want to go over with you. Now, every Monday I put my podcast that Robert and I do on YouTube, and that will be out later today. But what I talked about, it was my week to do the subject. I talked about how style and fashion can help improve your confidence. And by that, I mean, if you really truly dress for your authentic style, if you feel good about what you're wearing, regardless if it's trendy, regardless of whatever it looks like, if it represents you and who you are today, you're going to be more confident. And I really truly believe that because I'm working on a video, kind of a like a little not a compilation. I know the word in my head, but I can't say it out of my mouth. But it's a video that is going to be showing how far my style has come since I started social media. And I was amazed at where I started and how just by being more authentic to myself, how my style has changed and how my confidence has increased. So I'm doing a little video on that, but that's what I talked about on the podcast. But I also found this website that says that it's Style Confidence 11 Tips to Dress More with Confidence. And I wanted to go over that this morning because I think that there's some really important tips on here. And the first one says, act now dressed for your best self now. And what that means, it's like we have to embrace who we are today. Like I said, I am dealing with a little bit of unwanted weight, and I have to dress for me today. I cannot dress for me like I did 2 years ago. I can't dress for me like I did when I was 20. I have to dress for who I am for this particular moment and be okay with that. So, a lot of times, what we think in our head is like, gosh, you know what? I used to be able to wear that. Now I'm not going to like what I wear. And that's just a very self defeating way of thinking. So I personally think, and I love number one, is act now and dress for who you are today. And if we start just embracing who we are, again, I think our confidence is going to grow. It says, get rid of clothes that make you feel crappy. Yes. And I 100% agree with this one. But I'm going to put a little side note on that because I definitely think that you should If you put something on and it makes you feel terrible, put it in a pile, put it in like a questionable pile. And if you put it on again a week later and it still makes you feel terrible, you know what? Get rid of it. There is no reason why we should have anything in our closet that when we put it on gives us a very negative self thought. And while I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm thinking about a pair of pants that I have in my closet. They're from Free People. They're super cute and they're super tight in the waist. They're very loose in the stomach and then they're very tight in the hips. So every time I put them on, it's like I have this tire around my waist. And I keep putting them on. I keep feeling crappy about myself and I keep taking them off, but they're still sitting in my closet. So I need to get rid of them. You know what? I need to get rid of them because every time I put them on and every time that they don't fit the way that I think they're supposed to fit in my head, I feel bad about myself. So I'm going to listen to my own advice and I'm going to get rid of them. You know what? As cute as they are in my mind, they don't make me feel good about myself when I put them on. Number 3 says, oh, hello, Ellery. Yeah, and saving clothes that don't fit makes you feel like you should change. Absolutely. And that's just the thing. It's like, now my body shape is changing. I mean, it is what it is. And as my body shape changes, my clothes need to shape. That doesn't mean that my clothes have to be ugly. It doesn't mean that my style needs to change, but I need to dress for who I am today without any negativity associated with my clothes. So you are absolutely 100% correct on that one. Okay, number 3 says separate how you feel about your body and your style. Now, when I read this, I was like, what? What are they talking about? But let me read to you what it says. It says, where are my body dysmorphia people at? Even if you don't unequivocally suffer from body image issues, it is easy to have a skewed version of yourself and usually overly harsh. And that is a key right there. We are our own worst critics. It goes on to say, many people struggle with body image and can find themselves feeling ashamed of their bodies, especially when trying on clothes. Our body hangups and improvement goals need to separate from our style. I love this part. Now, listen to this one. It says, if you dress for, and I need to hide this, or I need to fix this perspective, you will always feel a sense of lacking when it comes to your style and confidence. While you should work on healing your body image and improving your relationship with yourself, in the meantime, accept that your style and your fashion confidence is a different entity than your body hangups. You can look great in a fitted dress even if you have a bloated tummy. You can rock crop tops no matter your size, and you can find happiness in your style. Is your body working to keep you alive? Great. You can start embracing your style. I absolutely love everything about that statement. And it is so true. If I go to get dressed in the morning and I'm like, okay, well, I need to hide my stomach, then I find myself wearing clothes that are kind of like, I don't know, kind of hiding me, kind of like, ooh, I need to hide because I'm already saying I need to hide my stomach. Just like I said on Saturday's live, sometimes we hide behind our hair. We also have a tendency to hide in our clothes. So, you know what? Embrace who you are at this very moment and wear clothes that make you feel good, not so much trying to hide who you are. Super important. Okay, number 4 says identify your style types and be honest with yourself. And it says, now that you have purged your clothes from your wardrobe that don't really make you feel confident, it is time to identify what style makes you the happiest. Are you a classic girl? Are you edgy? Are you sporty? Or do you prefer trendy fashions? So it's basically saying whatever style, fashion, whatever kind of aesthetic makes you happy, embrace it and just wear it. And at this point, when you're like, I really, let's just say, for example, you really like a bohemian kind of free people vibe. And you are like, "Oh, I really like that, but, maybe I'm too old to wear that, or maybe I'm a little bit too big, or maybe I'm a little bit too short, or maybe." You need to get rid of the maybes and embrace the style that makes you happy. Because once you embrace that style and once you're wearing that, you're going to feel confident. And with your confidence, you're going to be in your style, you're going to be a more confident person in your entire life. Trust me, it is the truth. Now, number 5 says, don't copy others exactly or pretend to be someone you're not. And this is really important because a lot of times we'll see like somebody, online, and we'll be like, I want to look just like that. And that's never going to happen. You're never going to look just like anybody else but you. But you can look at somebody and you can see their style and you can see their fashion and you can be like, she has inspired me, and now I'm going to take that version and make it my own. And when you do that, when you just make that little bit of a twist, that's what's going to increase your confidence because you are going to like you for who you are, not trying to look like somebody else. Super important. We can only look like ourselves. Number 6 says, don't be afraid to expand your style horizons. And this one's super important because, again, and they're all important. But as we get older, and I can only speak on this because I fall into this category. But as we get older, we have a tendency to be told that we're supposed to dress a certain way. Very muted colors, very conservative. You shouldn't show a lot of skin if you're older. And I say, get rid of that, throw it out the window, forget about that, and embrace new styles, new trends. Just because we're older doesn't mean that we can't rock a mini skirt with some boots and a crop top. There's no age police that says that we can or cannot wear whatever we want. Now, would I feel comfortable in a mini skirt, crop top, and boots? No, I would not, but I follow my own fashion and I follow my own style. But I got to tell you right now, if it's something I wanted to wear, I would put it on and I would wear it because I don't let age stop me from exploring my style. So I wear whatever I want. Number 7, don't get too attached to trends or styles that don't work out for you. So it just said to try new styles, and you need to try them, but you have to be realistic. All right. And why I'm saying this is because let's just say crop tops, mini skirts, and boots are the real fashion trend. And you are like, I want to try it. And you try it and you don't like it. The important thing is just to be like, this just isn't me. Good, bad, or indifferent. This style just doesn't make me feel good about myself, and try a different style. But if we get so hung up on trends and so hung up on, well, I want to look like this, so I'm going to wear it regardless as to how I feel when I'm wearing it. In the back of your mind, you're always going to be very conscientious of you, and you're not going to have that confidence level. So just be really honest with yourself. And if something doesn't feel good when you're wearing it, don't wear it. That's super important. Number 9, make a style icon for mentorship and initial inspiration, no copying. So it says, look at a style icon for mentorship and inspiration. Basically, peruse the internet, look at websites, see what people are wearing, get inspiration, and then incorporate that into your own fashion. Now, again, you're never going to be anybody else from you. So don't worry about not looking exactly like that person, but that person can inspire you. So look for that inspiration and give yourself the freedom to try it. Number 10, remember that you are the secret sauce. It says, no one can be you better than you. Your look is truly unique and should be confident, and you should be confident in it. Everyone has a different body type and everyone has different interests and tastes. So don't be afraid to experiment and try new things, even if it might be outside of your comfort zone. Amen. You are you. There is nobody else is going to be you but you. And the only thing that you have and the only thing you can do is be the best version of you you can be. Now, I always say do this. This is like my own little weird thing. But I say close your eyes and imagine the best version of you. Imagine that version of you that makes you happy, makes you confident, and makes you smile. That is the version of you that needs to be on the outside. So if you look in your mind and you're like, wow, I dress really funky, I wear Doc Martens, I have a lot of tattoos, and I shave my head, that's you. And that's what I do. I look and see in my mind what version of me makes me the happiest, and I allow myself the freedom to actually do it. And that is what you need to do also. Then number 11, I went too far. Speak to yourself and style kindly. Again, so important. We are our own worst critics and we need to stop that. The world is a harsh place. You know what? There's a lot of mean people out there. We need to stop being mean to ourselves. All right. We need to speak to ourselves with a little bit more kindness and a little bit more compassion. I always say that we need to have the same amount of tenderness for ourselves that we would for our children or our spouse or our dog. You know, we're very kind to others and very, very hard on ourselves. And we need to stop that. So, again, if you have a little bit of extra weight on you, you know what? Don't say mean things to yourself. Just be like, you know what? This is just the version of me that I am today. And I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to love it. And then I'm going to be the best version of me. That is probably one of the biggest tips for having self-confidence is just being okay with yourself. Yes, that's it. So what do we got coming up this week? Got lots of good videos that I'm working on. I actually got somebody reached out to me that has, those LED face masks. They might send me one. And so I'm talking to them. I don't usually do like a product for promotion, but I really want to try out one of those LED face masks. So I might do that. But in the meantime, I got one of the little handheld ones. And I'm going to start zapping my neck at night when I'm watching TV, which I don't. At the end of the day, I'm always doing something, but I'm going to start zapping my neck with that LED light, and I'm going to see if it actually works. From everything that I have been reading and everything that I've been seeing, this LED light thing is pretty cool. So I'm going to be trying that out. And let's see. Oh, I've got some new makeup. I'm going to be shopping at TJ Maxx, and I'm bringing you with me. And gosh, just got all sorts of great things happening. I mean, I absolutely am thrilled to pieces with my community here on YouTube. Again, I say this every time, and I always get all like squishy and emotional. But without you, there would be no me. And I think I have an amazing community here on YouTube, and I absolutely love each and every one of you. But yeah, so that's it. That is my tips for today. Like I said, I'm posting the whole podcast here shortly, so that way you can hear it, the whole discussion that Robert and I have about it. And until next time, I will see you on Wednesday. And I hope you all have a great week. And thank you again for joining me live. And I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, everyone.